Welcome to Module 5.1, Exponents. An exponent is a number that represents repeated multiplication. The base is the number being multiplied, and the exponent or power represents how many times to multiply. In the first example, our base is 4 and our exponent is 3. That means we're going to multiply the base together, 4, 3 times. 4 times 4 times 4. In our second example, our base is 2, and our exponent or power is 6. That tells us to multiply the base together, which is 2, 6 times. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Now let's take a look at a couple of examples. In our first example, we're going to write each numerical expression using exponents. So in the first one, 2 times 2 times 2, I know that my base is going to be 2. And the number of times multiplied is 3. So my exponent or power is 3. 2 to the third power. Second example, 4 times 4 times 4. The base is going to be 4. And I'm multiplying the 4 together 3 times. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. The base is 3. And I'm multiplying that together 6 times. And finally we have 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. So our base is going to be 1/2. And whenever we use a fraction as a base, we want to put that fraction in parentheses to make sure that we apply the exponent to both the numerator and the denominator. So it's going to be 1/2 to the fourth power. In our second set of examples, we're going to write each expression in expanded form using repeated multiplication, and then we're going to evaluate or find the overall value. 2 to the fourth power in expanded form is going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. My base of 2 being multiplied together 4 times. 2 times 2 is 4. That times 2 is 8, and that times 2 is 16. So when I evaluate, I get a total answer of 16. 5 to the second power represents 5 times 5, and that equals 25. So 5 to the second power is 25. Sometimes the second power is referred to as squared, so we could read this as 5 squared equals 25. 3 to the third power, 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 3 is 27. So 3 to the third power equals 27. The third power is sometimes referred to as cubed, so we could also say that 3 cubed equals 27. 1/2 to the third power. 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. Remember, when you multiply fractions, multiply the numerators together and then the denominators together. So 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, and 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 makes 4, times 2 again makes 8. So 1/2 cubed, or 1/2 to the third power, equals 1/8.